Broadcasting live on YouTube, Facebook, and X. Here's your host, Andrew Romanella.
Okay? Like, just get the hell out of here. Nobody cares what you think if you're not a Mets fan.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into another edition of The Rome Show here on a Thursday, broadcasting live on YouTube, Twitter X, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm your host, Andrew Romanella. We got you for the next 30 and change, and we got a fantastic show for the people. Some might call it a football Thursday. I just call it the Rome Show Top 5 and another day in the life. You can follow the show on YouTube, youtube.com/the Romanellas. youtube.com/the Romanellas is where you got to go. Hit subscribe, all the latest content, plus the Rome Show Monday through Friday when we broadcast live. Twitter X and Instagram, the Rome Show 1. That's the Rome Show, then the number 1, facebook.com/the Rome Show, the OG site. We have our newest clothing item behind us today. So we wanted to start with some exciting things going on here for the Rome Show podcast. I don't know if you've noticed, probably not, but that's okay. It's not your job to notice. It's your job to listen. But I'd like to bring it to your attention. The logo changes that have been going on this show over the last 2 or 3 months. We've been working on a refresh of the Rome Show since the original iteration 6.5 or 7 years ago. So in the top left corner of your screen, we have one of our newest logos with our headphones on it. You've seen the updated Rome Show logo, which is in the top of your screen now. A little refresh, been going to the gym. We needed to show that in the logo. We couldn't miss out on those. No. We couldn't miss out on those opportunities. So we have created some new hoodies. Okay. We have one of them behind us right now. The new headphone logo right here. I wanted to show this off to the people. Okay. Nothing crazy. We had a contestant winner a few weeks ago, and this is what sparked us refreshing some of our logos and putting some new ideas on paper. Here's a closer look at it on your screen. Guys, if you want one of these hoodies for the holidays, I'm going to need you to go ahead and try and order that for me in the next few weeks. We'll be reminding you every day here on the Rome Show. We're going to work on how we can appropriately get this done over the next few days. But if you are interested in a hoodie, we can change the color to a degree. We could change the hoodie color to a degree. But nonetheless, just looking to find a way to create some great, comfortable, enjoyable gear for people to wear, while at the same time hopefully raising some funds to make the show a little bit better for the people. So go ahead, the Rome Show 1@gmail.com. I mean, you could hit any social media site as well. As you can tell, majority of our stuff is pretty easy to find, but if you are interested in a new era, the Rome Show podcast hoodie, your $30 or so will go directly towards making this show just a little bit better every day. The newest items, we had the football released hoodies last year. This one and the one with the football helmet and your number on it. We could always bring those back. All right. But just wanted to give the people an update there. Cam Skattebo gave us an update yesterday on Twitter. And this is what it looked like from Cam. Hey, honestly, if you don't like that I'm having a good time while dealing with a tough time, then just go ahead and unfollow and casually move on. This is in response to Cam Skattebo being at the WWE Monday Night Raw matchup the other day and getting into a little bit of an altercation. I'm using air quotes there because, it is professional wrestling. And people, myself included, were not very happy with it. So Cam continued on by saying, I'm not able to play football and have the fun I've been having my whole life. So I'm going to do things outside the box, trying to find stuff to keep me happy. Enjoy the rest of y'all's week and just don't talk about me if you ain't got nothing nice to say. If you're wondering what exactly I'm even talking about or Cam's responding to, and that is what Cam Skattebo is responding to. I just have this to say. And I spoke about it with Rocky yesterday, the Rome Show podcast, wherever you get your podcast. And I do understand where Cam Skattebo is coming from. And I do understand that the identity of these athletes is not just being an athlete. I don't not understand that. But I think what Skattebo needs to understand here in this situation is his standing when it comes to this situation. What do I mean by that? Well, dude, you're not me standing there as, let's call it, actually, better example. Giants have a security guard there. Not a football player, not somebody on the team. That guy gets into the pushing and the shoving, and Cam Skattebo just stands there and yells and screams. Okay, different scenario. But when you're doing the shoving and you're getting shoved back and your foot is hurt and you're getting paid millions, or you're supposed to be, at some point you're going to be getting paid millions. That's the idea, right? You would think. You're supposed to be a cornerstone for this franchise moving forward. You're injured. You, unfortunately, when everyone's always told you have to make sacrifices, as you've made your whole life, Cam, to become this good at football, you just can't do certain things. You can't. And there are extreme examples that you don't want to believe. Ask Devin Williams, the point guard from Duke, drafted first round, supposed to be the savior of the Chicago Bulls. Gets on a motorcycle, gets into an accident, or Jay Williams, whoever it was. I think it was Jay Williams. Leg torn up, career over. And there are a multitude of those examples across the course of time. Like, you could say that, Cam, and you are, in theory, right. Yeah, go scratch if you think this is stupid. I don't care what you think. I'm trying to have fun. You're not wrong, dog. You're not. You're not wrong. But that guy shoves you the wrong way. You snap your leg even further. You hurt yourself even further. Your career could be over. Like, that's not like a joke. It's not trying to take it too far. It's not trying to say too much. That's just like the truth, man. The shelf life of a National Football League player is 3 to 5 years. And you right now have what feels like gold in the National Football League, which is people believing you're really good and you're hurt, but you're also a battering ram. So it's not like you help yourself when you're on the field. So, dog, it's just one of those scenarios where it comes with the territory. You are the starting running back for the New York Football Giants. You guys are 2-9. You suck. You're hurt. No one in the franchise that's paying your checks, no one in the National Football League front office, no one in a New York Giants jersey or sweater, no fan of the team wants to see it, bro. And you can spew all you want on Twitter about go scratch if you don't follow me. Yo, my guy, this is your career. Yeah, you hear the fans. Yeah, you hear the radio personalities. You hear the people that it's really easy to tell, go F yourself. But you're playing a position that is one of the least valued in the NFL. And you are injured. And you're a battering ram that already presents the opportunity for a lot of contact and a lot of things to go the wrong way. It's the territory, man. You can't become a politician and then expect for everyone to play nice in the sandbox. That's stupid. That's a dumb thought process. Never once has anyone become a politician and it's been an easy road to being elected to whatever they're trying to be elected to. It's slings, it's arrows. It comes with the territory. You know, when you put your name in the hat, you know it comes with that territory. When you put your name in the NFL draft, when you get drafted in the second round, when a team puts stock in you and then hands you the rock, by the way, and says, yeah, bro, let's go. There's a certain responsibility that comes with that you don't have a choice, that you have to adhere to. And if you don't, it's your fault if your career comes to an end, not on the football field. It's your fault if you're not fully healthy and you don't have longevity because of some stupid decision off the field. That's all people are saying, man. And isn't it a good thing that all these people are worried about you because they want you to come back? They think you're that good. They think you can save this franchise as a running back. My guy, hopefully one day you'll understand that you are actually wrong in this scenario. Though what you are saying is right. The Rome Show here on a Thursday, November 20th, 2025. It is 7:20 here in the state of New Jersey, which means a quick commercial break. Before I do that, I tell you, we got new hoodies. One's right behind me. If you want one, check it out. RomeShow1@gmail.com. $30. Send us an email. DM us, the Rome Show 1 on Twitter, X, and Instagram. Follow us on YouTube, whatever the case is. But I got to let the people know that. We'll take a quick commercial break, come back. We got the top 5 NFL teams, according to Andrew Romanella, and a Thursday night battle tonight with a lot of AFC implications between the Bills and the Texans. Just getting started here on a Thursday on the Rome Show. Back after this.
What is one thing every great leader has in common? They challenge their people to not stop at the first right answer. Tighten the Lug Nuts is a leadership book that will teach you how to move past the first right answer with entertaining and detailed examples founded in real-world concepts and experiences. Accelerate towards your professional goals with Tighten the Lug Nuts, one of the best leadership books available.
Thank you for listening.
What's up? Welcome back into the Rome Show here on a Thursday, November 20th, 2025, 7:22, state of New Jersey. Broadcasting live on YouTube, Twitter, X, Instagram, Facebook. The Rome Show, Rome Show 1, the Romanellas. Honestly, what I was thinking about on the break is if you just type in the and then ROM, you got a real chance of finding something that has my face on it. If you want to make it easier, just go ahead and hit subscribe or follow on any of those sites. By the way, the Rome Show podcast can be found wherever you listen to podcasts. Every week we rank the teams in the National Football League for the people. We got top five, and we are going to go ahead and do that right now. Here is your week 12 Rome Show top 5 in the National Football League. Let's get it going with number 5. Number 5. The number 5 team on our list is the Denver Broncos. Surprisingly, I didn't have them on my list last week. I also didn't have the number 4 team on my list last week as well. I think the first 11 weeks of the National Football League have really given me a lot of pause. In a good way. I think it's a lot of parity. I think it's a lot of, is this team actually as good as we think? Is this team actually as bad as we think? Well, I know the Denver Broncos are good enough defensively and in clutch late game moments to make a run in the postseason. What I don't know is, are the Denver Broncos good enough offensively, and is their quarterback Bo Nix good enough to lead them to the promised land. This has been trending for the last few seasons, and I think there's a lot of positive on the offensive side. And I do think long term, I believe Bo Nix is the quarterback to lead this team. But for some reason, something's gone on this year where we have been unable, not able, whatever of the three, to get the Broncos going early. So they're 9-2. They've won like 8 straight, 7 straight, whatever. They're a good football team. Their defense is top 5 in the league. I'll put them in the top 5. I just don't know how high this thing goes, because I don't know if you can sustain really, truly only playing good football in one half every game. That's what it feels, at least offensively. I don't know if you could sustain that heading into the postseason. So our number 5 team is the Denver Broncos.
Numero cuatro.
My brother-in-law commented on the Instagram last week, and with a sad face when I put up this graphic, because he's like, essentially, where the bleep are the Philadelphia Eagles? And I kind of don't disagree with him. You know, you do things and you go back on them. You assess. Self-assessment's key, okay? We self-assessed, and I said, you know, that's kind of stupid, okay? Did I really trust the Seahawks that much? Well, I kind of did. Then Sam Darnold threw 4 interceptions, and I said, damn, Sean was right. 100% right. So the Eagles are in our top 5 this week, and I talked about them 2 or 3 days ago, maybe yesterday. It's all blending together. Rome Show Podcast, wherever you get your podcast, but I believe a part of this plan all year has been not to show your true cards until you need to show your true cards. Their defense is Super Bowl worthy. We've known that. It's been that way, okay? So it's Philadelphia defensively, much like we just talked about with Denver, can win a Super Bowl, okay? What's up with the offense? Well, they have all the weapons. They do. Smith, Brown, Barkley, Hurts, okay? You have all the weapons. You should be good enough on the offensive line. It seems like there's a lack of commitment to it. And I've been saying, I think this is a plan by the Eagles. I'm not saying they're purposely going out and saying, we're never running the football. But I think that there is a thought process of, we believe we're getting into the postseason. We don't want to show all of our cards through week 12. Let's start to incorporate what our true offensive identity will be in the back 25% of the season. I could be thinking too deep into this, but as we've gotten farther, we've gone closer and closer to getting back to the run, closer and closer to Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley's legs leading this charge, and Jalen Hurts' arm being the bonus package to the double-headed running monster. This week, I got the Philadelphia Eagles as
Numero cuatro.
That's right. And the team that I've had at number 1 a bunch this year, the Indianapolis Colts. I didn't even play last week, but the reason why I moved them down is because as I've watched the 2 teams ahead of them play more football, it's close, but I have a little bit more pause on the Colts. That's why they're our 3rd best team. Their defense is way better. Okay, and that was a big thing for me coming into this season. Sans the quarterback situation, okay? We knew they had the best running game or 2nd best running game or 1B running game with Jonathan Taylor in the league. That's been known. Who was playing quarterback for this team, and was their defense good enough? Well, their defense has started to prove to be good enough, have the Colts. And Daniel Jones has had a really good season, okay? Right now, Colts giving up 20.6 points per game. That's good for 10th in the league. They are holding their opponents to 92.3 rushing yards per contest, which is good for 6th in the league. Those 2 numbers right there make it extremely difficult to play against the Colts. Then you go to the offensive side of the ball, and they are cooking. 32.1 points per game is best in the league. But I'm not going to go recency bias on this thing and say, oh, all of a sudden, Daniel Jones has figured it out. He's the best quarterback in the league. No. Do I think this is the situation for him? Yes. Do I think he's going to keep getting better? Kind of like a Alex Smith type, where year 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 felt like the best years of his career, and there was probably some hype around him more than there should be earlier based on where he was drafted, whatever. Yeah, I think that's going to happen. I need to see it. I need to see it. I don't know how else I can explain that. Like the whole team needs to show me in the postseason, but Daniel Jones really does as well. So I got the Colts as the third best team in the league with a few question marks. And I mean, minute, but a few question marks. We continue on to
Number two.
that would be the Mike Vrabel-led New England Patriots. I believe in defense, and when you have a really good defense, it's really hard for people to beat you. The Patriots have the fifth best defense in the league. They're giving up 18.7 points per game. They have the best run defense in the league, only giving up 84.7 points per game. It is a completely different ball club. And oh, by the way, Drake May and the offense are also really good too. I don't think this is an offense that is really holding this team back. Now, they're not the what feels like Tom Brady-led offense per se, but I don't think it's meant to be that way. I think Drake May is actually, no, I'm not comparing him to Tom Brady, a little bit more of a playmaker. He's got more legs. He moves around a little bit more. There's a little bit of moxie to him that I really, really like. Stephon Diggs is really starting to link with him there. Ramondre Stevenson and their other rookie, Henderson, I believe their running back combo has been really good. It's just starting to look like an offense that could be powerful. Like not just let's go ahead and make plays at the most important times. Like we're going to put up 30 with when Randy Moss, almost undefeated season type, was on the New England Patriots. So not only is their defense top 5 in the league, this offense is trending that way. If you were wondering, they're 8th in the league in points per game at 26.5 as an offense. Let's go to number one.
Number one.
Uno. I mean, I think it's very worthy. I think a lot of people will agree with me. But people won't as well. That's pretty much everything in life, though, ain't it? The Los Angeles Rams. Okay? I think Matthew Stafford could be the most valuable player in the league at the end of this season. That's a fact, okay? Their offense is really, really good, okay? But we're not necessarily here to talk about that right now. Because if you look at the statistics, the Rams are second in opponents' points per game this season, only giving up 17 points per game. They're 10th in the league in rushing yards, giving up 100 per game. Oh, and to finish, all right, they're one of the better passing defenses in the league as well. So here's the deal, all right? For the first time in a minute, I feel like the Rams have a complete package, okay? Offense top 5, defense top 10, special teams, as long as they don't mess it up. One of the best coaches in the league. I think this is the chance to strike again for this team. They're playing the most complete football right now. I feel like they're the most complete team in the National Football League, meaning from day 1 to day 12 or week 12 right now, it's felt the same. All right? Oh, yeah, and to finish, they're on a 5-game winning streak. Winners of 6 of their last 7. Okay? Team's really good. Number 1 team in the league.
Number one.
The Los Angeles Rams. This is the Rome Show. Top 5 National Football League Week 12. We'll put that up on social media for the people so they can see what we are thinking. By the way, let's finish this show with a little Thursday night football preview. Okay, since we're on the National Football League, reminder, Rome Show podcast, where you get your podcast if you missed any of it, or you're like, dude, this guy's assessment's elite. I got to share it with the people. Okay, here we go. What do we got tonight? We got the Buffalo Bills and we got the Houston Texans. All right. The Bills are favored in this contest by 6. And the total in this game is 43.5. I did a little research last night because I'm starting to feel like there's trends in these Thursday night football games, starting with who is winning. It's not always the favorite. It really isn't. And so when you look at it, the favorite's only won 5 times in 11 weeks of Thursday night football. So that's where you start first off. You're 60 to 40%. But it's the most close to 50% game on the docket. That's the first thing. The second thing is points. I mean, the last 2 weeks, points have been very hard to come by on Thursday night. Okay. So the under has hit 7 of 11 weeks. Something to think about there. Both teams coming off of short weeks, super difficult, the National Football League. Therefore, most guys that would be questionable on the next week of a Sunday probably can't play on the Thursday. All these other factors, under. Okay? Finally, here's how I'd like to finish. The Bills, terrible defense right now. Can't stop a run at all. Houston Texans, backup quarterback, Davis Mills playing. They've been trying to get back to treading water all year. They finally did it last week and are now 5-5. The Bills are chasing the Pats. The Rome Show, number 2 team in the National Football League by 2 games. The Houston Texans are trying to stay alive and get a playoff spot. For some reason, because of what the Thursday statistics show you, and because it being a short week, I think this is going to weirdly become a defensive battle. I think that you're going to find, if it's a blowout, it's going in the way of the Buffalo Bills. I think that's pretty easy to say out loud. They're favored by 6 points, but I think that's less about which team is truly better and more about the fact that you're playing with Josh Allen, who is possibly the most valuable player in the league as well, against the Davis Mills-led Houston Texans that barely beat the Titans last week. So, to finish, I'm hammering the under on the Houston Texans total points, okay? The other day, I teasered the Jets up to 21.5, and that was a great decision, okay? I would tease them up to just above 2 touchdowns and a field goal. So maybe try and get to at least 17.5, but I don't think there's a lot of, but then again, Buffalo's defense being bad is a real factor here, but it's Thursday. I think the trends stay. Give me under on the Texans. Your choice there. I'm starting at a minimum of 17.5 points there, maybe more if they give it to you. And then give me the Texans at the +6 just because it's Thursday. And then it's your choice on the under. I am actually floating on going over the 43.5 because of what the Bills could do offensively. So I'll take the Texans at the +6. I'll take the Texans at under. I told you my line's a minimum of 17.5 for that, no matter what my odds are on that take. And then I'm going over the 43.5 because I do believe the Bills can score us 21 points there and still win this football game by less than 6. You see my math? I know. I can do math. I hope you can too. Well, your next math should be join us tomorrow morning at 7:05 for the final show of the week. Seska Sense college football picks, going through everything on a Sunday, National Hockey League, NBA. Oh, it's all on the docket. The Rome Show, broadcasting live on YouTube, Twitter X, Instagram. Back tomorrow morning. Thanks for listening. See you later, everybody. Oh, yeah. Peace!
Thank